Hey everybody, it's me, Jeff Acosta. Hey, how you guys all doing? Well, as I said, I was going to release another video within the week of the previous video I released when I was at the Blackhawk Museum and got to revisit my old junior college, Diablo Valley. And here is that video announcement. But before I go on, don't forget to subscribe. And if you know anybody who has Asperger syndrome, autism, or any kind of special condition who needs some inspiration, even from someone who may not always be 100% perfect, because like I said, I'm not 100% perfect, because nobody is. But just let them know about my YouTube channel, my professional Facebook page, and Instagram, Meet Writer Jeff Acosta. And then that way I can, try to be something of an inspiration to them. Because if I can do it, then so can they, and so can you too watching these videos. Thank you for watching my videos, and I hope one of these days especially with how many subscribers I'll have, hopefully one day maybe I'll become a YouTuber, maybe make some money off my video, but that's not the main reason I make these videos. I make them because I love to share my adventures and also my life, but the positives, because I like to share the positives. I mean, we have some negativities in life, but I mean, everybody does. But that's why I want to show a positivity, because we need positivity so much these days. In fact, sharing my adventures and positivity in my life brings me to this special video announcement. As you see the title of this video, my new children's book series, this is why I am called Meet Writer Jeff Acosta on my social pages, because I am a children's writer. And for those of you who don't know, especially unless you saw my old defunct website of the same name, Meet Writer Jeff Acosta, I have been writing a children's book series, an online children's book series that is, since 2006, and also illustrating them just as much. I almost forgot to say that. While I'm not professionally published, it's great that I can copyright my books and I can share them with the world. It's awesome. I'll still be published one day, but the great thing about putting my books out there is I can garner attention and see if maybe there's any possibility of being noticed by either a literary agent or a professional book publishing company. Children's books are the hardest to get published these days, especially from a completely unknown author, but you never know. Maybe one day it'll happen. I mean, hey, Dr. Seuss, he was turned down 27 times before his first book, and to think I Saw It on Mulberry Street was published. J.K. Rowling was turned down numerous times, even when her literary agent saw the good in Harry Potter, but then she was finally published. So it takes some time. Even another one of my favorite writers, Jules Verne, and L. Frank Baum. And for Jules Verne, his first book was around 5 weeks in a balloon. That was rejected many times until it was finally published. And even L. Frank Baum, even though he was a professional author and everything at the time, The Wizard of Oz was originally, if I read correctly, his original publisher rejected it, and until he finally got it professionally published. So it'll happen one day for me. It will. One day my online children's book series will be in a bookshop. I feel it. But for right now, here's why I'm sharing this video, because I have just copyrighted my 4th set of children's books, my 4th set in the 18 years I've written my series. But before I share the titles of that set, let me share with you my past publications. Check this out. Here's book set 1. I'm sure some of you noticed in that, unless you already know what my books are like, I do have my own version of Alice in Wonderland and The Wizard of Oz. And that's also another author I forgot to mention is Lewis Carroll, because I love the idea of going into another world through a different type of portal. Like when Alice floats down either the rabbit hole or goes through the mirror, aka the looking glass. But yeah, there are 10 different lands in my series, and I'm sure if you look at the bottoms of each cover, it shows like world travel land, time travel land, and all those things. Those are all 10 of those lands are getting their own versions of a classic tale. And even some books are even going to have like other classic characters woven in too through another book that came out in book set 2. In fact, check this out. Yep, one of those books, Derek and Misty Storybook Land Adventures, that is a book like where I bring together a lot of classic characters like Little Red Riding Hood, the Three Little Pigs and all of them together, and even of course some original characters. But that's kind of to give you an idea of what I mean of also bringing some classic characters. And as you saw, I also brought in Peter Pan, probably in a couple books probably never heard of, like with the Circus Procession, and also Dot and the Kangaroo, like that. So that's in every one of my books. And as I'm making this video, as you're watching that, if you have any interest and curiosity about my books, or even have any questions for me, I will do a questionnaire video. Because it would mean a lot just to hear from you, like what where I get my inspiration from, or anything like that, or what I'm hoping for. Just like I said, where I hope to be professionally published. But now what I'm hoping for is you'll be also interested in seeing what book set 3 was like when I copyrighted my books in 2020. That is, almost forgot to say that too. Check this out. Once again, you saw 3 classic stories I brought into my series, which was Pinocchio, Journey to the Center of the Earth, and The Nutcracker. I like to take inspiration from almost anything I see in life, as long as I do it like, where I'm not like, infringing or anything like that, because that's the last thing I want. Is I want to be careful. Like, if I take any inspiration from anything or anyone, I always want to be sure first that it's okay to use it. And believe it or not, in books that too, one of my friends actually did say that they wanted to be a villain. I'm not going to say which book, but it was kind of funny. But don't worry, the villain actually it turned good in the end. I'm not going to say what book though, because otherwise that's going to give away the plot of which it was. But my friend, she was a wonderful, funny, sarcastic woman. Her personality, you would think that she was a bit crazy, but also loving at the same time. All right, well, here's the big announcement. Book set 4, and then you're going to see what final 2 classic books I brought into my own series. Check this out. Book set number 4 for 2024, and just in time for the holidays. So up to this point, I have done 183 books, and I still have 17 more books to work on, because my goal is to reach 200 books. Part 6 of my 6-part story, and I forgot to mention that in this video, I have a 6-part story, like The Adventures in Colorland, like what you saw in the first set, A New Beginning, and then of course, up to part 3, and then part 4 was in the second set of books in 2017, part 5 is in this set, and then before we know it, part 6 will be released. Part 6 was originally going to be part of, the final book, book 200, but I've decided, I am going to do something very special for the final book. I'm not going to tell you what though, but it is going to be something very special to close out my series. You know what, I am tired and a bit worn out, but it feels really great that I've come so far. I cannot stop now. I've got to finish my series, and I will. God Almighty has gotten me through, and also like inspiration from my family, and just so much love and care that they give me, and the fact that they love like what I do. That's what's keeping me motivated. It's my family and my friends who believe in me. So thank you to them so much for all this inspiration and support. And the feeling is mutual to all of you. I love you all. All right, and also last thing, as you saw, I brought in Winnie the Pooh to my books, because both of A.A. Milne's books went public domain in the last 2 years. And even though we're more familiar with Winnie the Pooh because the Disney franchise, it's great that I can bring Winnie the Pooh to my own series now. Because I love Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and Eeyore, and especially after reading the 2 books and really what they're like, and like how Disney took chapters from all the books and just made them into films and all that. And then of course my favorite biblical story, Noah's Ark. I just love that story. All right, everybody. Well, that is my my children's books from book number 1 to book number 183 for the past 18 years. Let's see how much longer it'll be till I get to book 200 and my final set of copywriting my books, and we'll see if I get professionally published one day. And hey, like I said, if you have any questions about my books or just anything, please write down below, or even get in touch with me on my professional Facebook page or my Instagram, Meet Writer Jeff Acosta, and I can answer those questions in a YouTube video, because I would love to do something like that one day. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy my books. My past ones and my new ones I'm going to be releasing soon on my professional Facebook page. I almost forgot to mention that. That is the one way you can read my books is on my professional Facebook page. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoy my books, especially in time for the holidays. And hey, like I said, don't forget to subscribe. And if you know anybody who has Asperger syndrome, autism, or any kind of special condition, and they need some inspiration from someone, please tell them about my YouTube channel, my professional Facebook page, and my Instagram, Meet Writer Jeff Acosta. And then maybe I could be an inspiration for them. And not just, like I said, not just for them, not just for anybody who has a special condition or anything, or even autism or Asperger syndrome, but for everybody, including you watching this video. Thank you all so much. See you in the next video.